Hi everyone. I want to challenge you in this video. I want to talk a bit about my favorite Bible personality. I understand that some of you won't have Christian faith and don't read the Bible. I still think that there's something in this for you to hear and will be able to use the principle of what I have to talk about in your life. The person I relate to in the Bible is Joseph. I'm talking about Joseph, the one that had the coat of many colors. Why I relate to him is things kept on happening to him, sort of like the carpet got pulled out from under him, but he kept effectively dusting himself off and then having the will to keep going forward in life. And part of this was trusting that God had a plan for him, and maybe he didn't get it all in the situation, but what he was going through wasn't a wash, or it wasn't a waste of time to endure. And that somehow what he'd been experiencing, it would pay off in the end. This is what I can relate to in my own life and with my own physical disability. I'm not going to pretend to you that this is all fun and that it's easy for me. Where I'm at now has come with 12 years of, life experience. There was a lot of adjustment that I had to make in 2006. It's happened several times since this as well, where things happen like unexpected surgery results, unexpected setbacks, and complications have occurred, where I'm left to face my life and figure out what the plan is now. I'm kind of in this same position again, sorting through life, my goals, and my aspirations. I don't see this as a dreaded process. I see it as a challenge that's to be embraced, and because of having gone through this several other times over the past decade, I know that it works out in the end. So it's the confidence and the peace that somehow I'll get through this and life keeps on going. So the challenge I have for you is not to live entirely for the here and now. I know that with our bodies and with chronic pain or a physical disability, you're in the moment, your body dictates how you live your life. It's kind of like setting environmental variables on a computer. How much speed the computer has, how much memory it has, and how much storage it has. Our bodies limit us in certain ways, but then you can turn around and take those limits and make them your strength and really propel you forward in life. And the way that you do this is by becoming intentionally focused during your good times or your good hours each day, so that you're making the most of your life. It's kind of like making a skyscraper. A skyscraper isn't suddenly just built. There's the process of digging the foundation. For example, a parking garage and then the earth around it needing time to settle before the entire building goes up. It's that process in our lives that are like making a brick building, where you start with where you're at, and then you get your next layer. And let's say this next layer is pain control. Once that's in place, then you can start thinking about more independence. So let's say the more independence is doing laundry or how you're going to sweep the floor. And it keeps on building on itself. And what you end up with are about 25 systems that will be used to manage your life and for you to live out your life. And this isn't just for someone that's got a physical disability. This is also for anyone who's going along life. When you have a physical disability, you use a wheelchair or something is wrong with your body, it's quite obvious to people around us. Now, on the other hand, people who struggle with mental illness may be able to more easily conceal it. It doesn't mean they don't hurt, and it doesn't mean that life isn't always easy for them, but it's a bit easier to hide. So just because you're going through something right now doesn't mean that everyone else in the community has it easy. But when you find out about these things is through relationships, genuinely being interested in when someone's talking and what they're saying, and being willing to listen without judging. I've had youth tell me anything and everything you could possibly think of. And it's part of the journey that they're on in life, just figuring out from where it goes from being a child to adult, and what are these in-between steps, and maybe I slip backwards and need someone that will accept me. It's the same thing when you're going through your own challenges in life. Plan A doesn't always work out, and sometimes life hurts. If you'll keep at it, you'll get the rewarding moments that this is going to bring to you and make the struggle worthwhile. And that's really what I've got to share with you, and it's what I take from the life of Joseph as I read it through. It's quite possible that there's someone else in the Bible that you connect with, or a local school teacher, sports leader, or someone in the community that you're able to look up to. I only encourage you with this. Have the grace and the knowledge to let that person be themselves. Don't automatically compare yourself to everyone else around you. Instead, focus on what you're good at and get really, really skilled in that area. If you look around the world we live in, we've got auto mechanics, we've got people that are good at framing houses, there are people that are amazing at artwork. I can't draw to save my life. But what I'm good at is part of making these videos and the writing I'm going to do with books. And I know to sort of focus in on that framework for my life. Figure out what your framework is, get good at it, and let it propel you forward so you're able to do something with your life that counts beyond the next few hours or the next few days. Thanks so much for spending this time with me today. Bye for now.